Falcon and Winter Soldier issue 3 finds Bucky and Sam in the care of the Naturals' parents, Gertie and Bert, who are Captain America superfans. The two gush over the memorabilia they have, from keyrings to ice cube trays and more. They are excited to have two Captain Americas in their home, but Bucky and Sam only wish to talk about their son and his membership in Hydra and how he's been going around murdering government operatives. The parents are shocked to learn this, but they are quick to praise how smart the boy is and how much he loves animals and how much of a gifted fighter and shooter he is. Bucky knows that they are very proud of him, asking about his Hydra ties and who's leading them. The couple have no idea, but they have been worried about someone trying to exploit their son for dubious ends. Sam says that they want to help steer the boy back onto the straight and narrow, which the couple are glad to hear since their son would listen to Captain America. They tell the heroes about a building downtown where their son has been training, but they will give them the address on two conditions. They leave all of their guns in the gun safe there, and they don't go dressed like how they are. Sam asks how they dress, as later both men are forced to wear cosplays of their old Captain America costumes, which they find chafe and smell more than they remember. Sam doesn't want to think about it, kicking in the door to the building the couple pointed them to. Sam asks what the play is when they find Zemo's rival, and Bucky knows they'll throw both Zemo and the rival in a pit and get them to fight each other to the death while they fill the pit with concrete. Sam doesn't particularly like that plan, but Bucky doesn't care, since swimming in concrete is the least they deserve. Heading into the building, they soon find the Natural, finding the boy is blindfolded and assembling a pistol. Bucky asks how fast Sam could do that as the men rush the boy, who puts the gun together before they even reach him, pointing it at Sam. The Natural is happy to see the costumed heroes, saying they both look awesome in their Captain America costumes, and asking them how they feel, since he gave them a pretty good hiding last time they met. Sam says that his parents sent them, telling the boy that they are worried about him and how Hydra is using his skills. Bucky reminds the boy that Hydra are the bad guys, but the Natural knows that they are changing, since thanks to the new Hydra Supreme Leader, they will be different. He says once they get to know Hydra, they are pretty cool, since they love all of the same TV shows he likes and even the same YouTubers he likes. He reveals they made him a Captain America shield, and while it's not like the real deal, it is bulletproof. He tells the captains that they have to share the shield to prevent themselves from getting shot, since this is a training facility and they arrived right in the middle of an exercise. The Natural leaves Bucky and Sam to fight a horde of armed Hydra soldiers. During the battle, Sam interrogates the soldiers about Sally McKenzie, demanding to know if they have seen her, and if they have, they will go easy on them. However, Bucky says he doesn't agree to that. Bucky knows that none of the men know who she is, ricocheting the shield around the room. Sam knows that they might, but Bucky floats the idea that maybe Sam's buddy doesn't want him to find her. Sam doesn't like Bucky's take on group therapy not working, knowing healing is different for everyone, but Bucky knows that if Sally joined Hydra, there is a reason, and it could be something Sam couldn't talk her out of, since some people are just plain bad. Bucky's laser gun he commandeered from a Hydra soldier soon jams as a soldier rushes him with a knife, but Sam bounces the shield off the man's jaw, telling Bucky he can bring her back. They continue to battle the soldiers, as one of them says that the captains will never stop Hydra and they can smash and bash them all they want, they will never surrender. Suddenly one of the men says that he surrenders since he knows who Sally is. Sam confronts the man, who clearly doesn't know who Sally is and is just a coward, so Sam introduces his fist to the soldier's jaw. All of the soldiers are soon finished off and unconscious, so none of them can now answer Sam's questions as the Natural returns, now wearing a star-spangled costume of his own. The boy is impressed with their skills, having been watching on the monitors outside. He now knows why Steve Rogers chose them to take up the shield, as he asks them if they like his new suit, but Bucky says it's only okay. Sam gives the boy back his shield, thanking him for it and reassuring him his costume is great. One of the soldiers begins mumbling, signaling to Sam that they broke his jaw, something he and Bucky know is quite excruciating. Sam asks if there's an infirmary, so the Natural leads them down a hall. Sam asks the boy what the deal is with the Captain America obsession, learning that it started with his parents, who have always been super fans, so it didn't seem like he had much of a choice, and it could have been worse, since his parents could have been obsessed with someone like Hawkeye. They ask if the kid wants to be like Cap one day, and the kid says he guesses so, since the hero is so perfect in every way, especially with his code and good old-fashioned American values. Sam asks how he likes Steve's code, yet is still okay murdering people. The Natural says the greatest villains in the world don't have superpowers or advanced tech. They wear ugly ties and watch TV talent shows and wrap you up in red tape and bureaucracy. He says that these bad guys are what the new Hydra will be sweeping away once they take power. Sam knows the kid is being led down a dark path, telling him as much, but also that it's not too late for him. The kid knows that Bucky went down a dark path and Sam agrees, saying that he found his way back, and if the Winter Soldier can turn around, so can the boy. The Natural asks Bucky if he thinks he's got what it takes, and Bucky says the boy is currently walking through blood and it's splashing with every step, and he doesn't want it to get to the point where he's wading through it, since if that starts, it's hard not to slip backwards into it. Getting to the infirmary, they tend to the soldier, telling the boy that they are giving him a chance, and while he will face charges, the courts will go easier on people who have helped the heroes like himself. The boy wonders if they want him to betray his friends, but the heroes tell him that Hydra isn't his friend. They ask for some anesthetic, and the boy gets it, hitting the soldier over the head with a tray and knocking him out cold. The boy says that he can feel the goodness in him and it's not too late. He tells them of a base in Nevada where all of Hydra is, and he will have to take them to them, knowing that he kinda has to since he doesn't want to start waiting. Bucky wants to know about Veronica Eden, his handler, and what the boy did with her when he kidnapped her, but the Natural reveals he didn't do anything with Bucky's handler, since it was all her idea, since Veronica Eden is the new Hydra Supreme. Falcon and the Winter Soldier issue 3 finally continued the story after a 6-month break and was a wonderfully action-packed time. I love Sam and Bucky being forced to wear their old Captain America costumes to fight Hydra, and the Natural's story continues to be quite interesting. I love that the kid doesn't really understand what he's doing and how it is bad, and rightly so, since he is just a kid and he is absolutely being manipulated by Hydra. It's very obvious that he is, and I like that Sam and Bucky are trying to sort of bring him back onto the straight and narrow, but going about it in both of their wildly different ways. It's quite fun. I like the reveal that Veronica Eden is going to be the new Hydra Supreme, and looking forward to the next issue, although I hope there are no more delays. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10.